Delhi government, there the Aam Aadmi Party ruled government, and the centre over the delivery of ration at doorstep scheme. Well, after the Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal stalled the file of Delhi government's ambitious ration scheme, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has attacked the centre over this matter. He blamed powerful presence and reach of ration mafia in Delhi as a reason for halting the scheme. He's attacked the centre, asking the reason behind blocking the scheme in spite of taking several approvals. Meanwhile, sources have said that the governor has cited two reasons, including the centre's disapproval and an ongoing court case for stalling the scheme. Centre has also denied the charge, saying that it is Aam Aadmi Party government which is disrupting an existing pan-India ration scheme which is under the NFSA. The scheme was supposed to kick off next week and would have provided ration to 72 lakh poor families at the doorstep. The Delhi government had cleared the proposal to allow home delivery of ration to all ration card holders of the capital last year in July.
दिल्ली में अगले हफ्ते से घर घर राशन पहुंचाने का काम शुरू होने वाला था। मतलब अब एक गरीब आदमी को राशन लेने राशन की दुकान पे धक्के नहीं खाने पड़ते, बल्कि सरकार बढ़िया तरीके से अच्छे राशन पैक करके उसके घर भिजवाती। सारी तैयारी हो चुकी थी, टेंडर हो चुके थे, सारी तैयारी हो चुकी थी। बस अगले हफ्ते से ये शुरू होने वाला था। ये क्रांतिकारी कदम होने वाला था और अचानक आपने 2 दिन पहले इसको रोक दिया।
बंधुगण, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने इस प्रकार से एक पिक्चर पेंट किया कि मोदी जी जो हैं वो दिल्ली की गरीब जनता को जो उनका अधिकार है, उनका राशन है, उससे वंचित रख रहे हैं और डोर टू डोर जो डिलीवरी होनी चाहिए राशन का, कहीं ना कहीं इस डोर टू डोर डिलीवरी को रोकने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। मित्रों, ऐसा नहीं है। देखिए, 2 स्कीम है अभी। एक स्कीम है नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट, जिसको NFSA कहते हैं, और दूसरा स्कीम है प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना। आप जानते हैं मोदी जी पूरे हिंदुस्तान के 80 करोड़ जनता को मुफ्त राशन मुहैया करा रहे हैं कोविड के समय में। तो ये 2 स्कीम के अंतर्गत दिल्ली में भी जो गरीब बंधु हैं, उनको भी, जो मजदूर हैं, जिनको आवश्यकता है, उनको भी मोदी जी राशन पहुंचा रहे हैं।
अगर दिल्ली सरकार कहती है कि हम लोग माफिया हैं, तो दिल्ली सरकार 7 साल से दिल्ली के अंदर चल रही है, तो उन लोगों ने अब तक क्या कदम उठाए? घर घर राशन योजना है, ये दिल्ली में किसी भी तरह से लागू नहीं होनी चाहिए। अगर ये लागू होती है तो हम लोग तो यहाँ पे काम इतना करा है हम लोगों ने, और इस कोरोना के दौरान भी हमने राशन वितरित किया है और तब भी सरकार हमारे पेट पे ला।
Well, the crisis in rural India is a silent one. The second wave of the pandemic hit rural districts hard. 6 districts in the month of May in rural India accounted for more than 50% of COVID-related deaths and cases. I filed this report earlier. Take a look. The second wave of the pandemic has hit rural India hard, harder than what we thought it would. Data suggests that rural India was worst hit by the second wave compared to urban centers. A study by the Center for Science and Environment says that in the month of May, over half of the daily total cases happened in India on 6 days, and this was triggered due to a surge in cases in rural districts.
The ICMR guidelines on accounting for deaths due to COVID have not been followed. It's likely that COVID-19 is the underlying cause of death caused by pneumonia.
52% of deaths due to COVID-19 happened in rural India in May. 53% of cases were reported from rural India. Migration and internal displacement have also occupied the center stage once again. The report has also exposed the gaps in India's healthcare infrastructure.
Country needs at least 38% more community health centers, which is the first level of health infrastructure where rural people get access to specialist doctors and allied staff like radiographers.
Union Health Ministry sources do indicate that there is a problem as far as sharing of the data is concerned, because data on cases and deaths of COVID-19 is shared on the basis of how many districts are reporting which cases. There could be a chance of us not really understanding the magnitude of the problem in rural India. Perhaps there needs to be a relook and a rethink as to how data is demarcated, and this maybe needs to be done on the basis of rural India and urban India for a better understanding of this crisis unfolding in villages in the country. In New Delhi, Sneha Murdani for India Today. Well, as the virus ravages rural India, the dilapidated healthcare system interiors is being exposed. India Today team visited Barabanki's Pechrua village, located some 50 kilometers from Lucknow, where the primary health center was found to be in a poor shape. Here's a ground report.
Damaged roof, broken doors, floor littered with cow dung and a cow grazing on the premises. This is the state of the Pechrua village public healthcare center in Barabanki. No staff in sight, and instead of catering to patients, the center has turned into the local haunt where villagers come by to drink and smoke.
Right behind me is the so-called kitchen area of that particular center, and you can see the liquor bottle out here. Below that you can see the matchsticks, and if you go ahead you can see some cigarettes also around this particular center. Also there are some supari packets quite visible. We recently spotted some cows out here who came here. So these scenes are scary. You can see the web all around this health center.
The villagers claim that the health center was repaired 6 months ago, but it's back to its dilapidated condition.
जो नशेड़ी लोग हैं यहाँ पे आते हैं, दारू पीते हैं, मसाला खाते हैं, और इसकी गेट की स्थिति आप देख रहे हैं। बाकी 6 महीने पहले भी इसकी रिपेयर हुई है। 6 महीने बाद की स्थिति है कि इसका गेट गिर रहा है और अंदर में कोई फर्श नहीं है, प्लास्टर गिर रहा है।
On some days, Anganwadi workers come for vaccination but set up camp outside the deserted building.
बीच में टीकाकरण होता है हमारे गांव में, तो एनम और आशा बहू लोग आती हैं, यहीं पे बाहर बैठ के टीकाकरण करा देती हैं। इसी
अंदर गोबर, अंदर शराब की बोतल और बाहर टीकाकरण करते हैं।
हाँ, इसी बरामदे में बैठकर यहीं पे टीकाकरण हो जाता है।
The health center only gets an exterior makeover when a government official is supposed to visit the village.
ये इसलिए बनवाया है क्योंकि स्वास्थ्य विभाग की टीमें जो हैं आती हैं, जांच करती हैं, इसी के लिए इसकी डेंटिंग पेंटिंग
जांच यहाँ पे जांच होती है।
जांच तो नहीं होती, लेकिन अभी कोरोना काल के चलते जो स्वास्थ्य विभाग की टीमें मतलब गांव-गांव जाकर जो अस्पताल देखा करती थी, मतलब उनकी जांच करती थी कैसी हालत है।
District administration admits the sorry state of the health center but has no concrete action plan to improve the situation.
इसके लिए पूरे हमारे ऊपर से प्रदेश स्तर से इसके लिए कार्रवाई की जा रही है और ऊपर से पूरी हम लोग भी इसमें लगे हैं और खास करके इसके लिए पूरी अंतिम व्यक्ति तक हमारा जो प्रशासनिक जो व्यवस्था है, खास करके हमारी जो कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी है और जो कोविड जो टास्क फोर्स की कमेटी है उसके द्वारा पूरा उसको किया जा रहा है।
The second wave of COVID has brought the country to its knees. Healthcare facilities have fallen way short of providing aid to overflowing patients. Doctors and medical supplies have been stretched to their limits. And the sheer neglect of the available healthcare facilities in villages during a crisis this big is appalling. With Samarth Srivastav in Barabanki, Bureau Report, India Today.
And staying with news of rural India, the virus is ravaging interiors, the hinterland, and the sorry picture of healthcare infrastructure in India's interiors is also coming to fore. India Today team traveled to Unnao, which is about 60 kilometers from Lucknow. We found that a maternity center at a hospital completely in shambles and is being used to store fodder. Here's more.
COVID grip on rural India has exposed the grim health infrastructure in Uttar Pradesh. The second wave revealing the unpreparedness and civic apathy in Unnao district. This is the maternity center in Hajipur village, completely in shambles and used by villagers to store fodder. The auxiliary nurse and midwife visits the village at times but never comes to center.
ये कम से कम 7, 8, 10 साल के और इसके बीच में हमको
पहले तो यहाँ पर जो एएनएम होंगी वो आती रहती होंगी।
आती रहे हैं लेकिन एक ही 2 दिन आई हैं।
तो आप लोग इलाज के लिए कहाँ जाते थे?
बस सिकंदरपुर या उन्नाव।
कितना किलोमीटर?
अरे उन्नाव है करीब 18-20 किलो। हाँ।
The village headman pinned the blame on a predecessor for the shabby condition of the health center.
इसका जवाब तो हमारे यहाँ पुराने प्रधान दे सकते हैं।
अच्छा।
जी, अभी हमारे पास कोई कागज भी नहीं है, ना हम इसका स्टेटमेंट दे सकते हैं। गांव वालों के कहने से पहले सोच लिया था कि यहाँ डॉक्टरों की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए, एक लेडीज एक जेंट्स की व्यवस्था हम करेंगे।
I am here in the Unnao district and in the Hajipur village, and I want to show you the condition of A&M centers out here. You can just see the straw, the cow dung filled in the rooms which are supposed to be filled with medicines, with doctors, with A&M ladies, but nothing is out here. This is the ground reality. This is the harsh reality.
The situation is no different in Sathara village. The maternal and child welfare center, which was built 10 years ago, bears a deserted look, with broken doors and dust all around.
Inside view is horrific. You can see the wastage of medicines inside this particular scene. You can see the vials of injections in the dustbin, while some being unused. The packets you can see quite visible right up in the slot. You can see some files that may be related to some patients of the villages, but it seems the room hasn't been opened since years.
Another community health center in Makhi village tells the same tale. The health center was started by Uttar Pradesh Assembly Speaker Hriday Narayan Dikshit 2 years ago. But after the inauguration, no healthcare staff was appointed in last 2 years.
अजय जी जब से खुला रहा बना है तब से का खुला है नहीं है। आदमी काहे के नहीं परेशान होकर जाए सब यहाँ पर गाड़ी और घोड़ा ऐसे साइकिल मोटर रनते ने या गाड़ी ही बलते ने पर लेकर आगे ऐसे वाहन ढूंढने पड़ती है।
We have come here to showcase the poor health facilities out here. Right behind me you can see the CHC Makhi. You can see it has been clearly mentioned and the building seems completely all right, all set to function. But the harsh reality is, since its inauguration by Vidhan Sabha President Hriday Narayan Dikshit in August 2019, the entire CHC is not operational. It's non-functional.
When India Today questioned the district administration, it pledged to improve facilities.
लगभग 215 के आसपास हमारे यहाँ एक्टिव केस बचे हुए हैं और बहुत जल्दी हम लोग और इसी तरीके से सैंपलिंग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा करके कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग करके और उनका ट्रीटमेंट करके हम और इसकी संख्या को कम करेंगे.
Sprucing up rural health infrastructure in Uttar Pradesh can greatly help beating the possible third wave and make healthcare accessible. Bureau Report, India Today.
Shifting focus to Tamil Nadu now. Well, this is the latest state to cancel Class 12 state board exams. The Chief Minister, M.K. Stalin, has also written a letter to Prime Minister Modi citing a surge of COVID cases in the state and saying that exams won't be held this year. However, he's also informed the Prime Minister that a committee is being set up to decide on the evaluation and compilation of marks of Class 12 students. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has said the decision is being taken keeping the safety of students in mind and the concerns expressed by teachers and doctors. He's also urged the Prime Minister to cancel all national level entrance exams like the NEET, for example. He's requested Prime Minister Modi to allow the state to fill all professional seats including MBBS on the basis of Class 12 marks alone. Earlier, 11 states have announced cancelling of the Class 12 state board exams. In other news today, Bollywood legend Dilip Kumar was admitted to Hinduja Hospital in Mumbai this morning, and by God's grace, everything is fine. The actor is currently under observation of cardiologists and pulmonologists at the hospital. The Twitter account handled by his manager tweeted saying, and I quote from there, Dilip Kumar has been hospitalized for routine tests and investigations after he had episodes of breathlessness. A team of healthcare workers led by Dr. Nitin Gokhale is attending to him. Unquote. Last month, the actor was admitted to the same hospital for a routine check. The 98-year-old legendary actor is best known for his performances in classics such as Kohinoor, Mughal-e-Azam, Shakti, Naya Daur and Ram aur Sham. He was last seen in the 1998 film Killa.